I grew up at the base of Squaw Peak Mountain. I had a beautiful view, an up-close view of that peak. After living away for 30 years, every time somebody would talk about mountains, that peak popped into my mind. Then I moved back to the same valley and lived across town, where I have a beautiful view of the entire Wasatch Range. I looked at Squaw Peak and I noticed that it was just one small part of this huge panorama of mountains, and my perspective changed. In a similar vein, our students here in the College of Nursing get lots of experience caring for individuals at the bedside and in the community. Our public and global health nursing course is designed to help them see the broader picture of health. One of the biggest influencers of health, or a determinant of health, are the conditions that we live and work in. The World Health Organization lists poverty as one of the largest determinants of health for individuals and groups. In order to sensitize our students to the challenges of poverty and to have them experience some of the frustrations of trying to live with limited resources, we've instituted in our course the Community Action Poverty Simulation to help them understand some of these experiences. The 4-hour simulation experience helps the students to better understand some of the frustrations and challenges that these people experience in trying to provide food and shelter for their own families within a very narrow range of resources.
Right now?
Each student, as they come to the simulation, is given a real identity of someone who hovers around the poverty line. And with this identity, they're given resources and circumstances that they have to work within in order to negotiate the food and shelter during the course of 4 15-minute simulated weeks.
Your responsibility as we go throughout this simulation, like I said, is to be as realistic as possible. So what does that mean? That means that if you are a hungry 5-year-old, you're probably not going to sit nicely in your chair while your mom is gone. And no healthy teenager likes to sit quietly at home. An 8-year-old child will not be able to tell their parents to go to the social services office. Parents can get desperate in their search for food and shelter. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. So go ahead and try and really get into your character and fulfill your role.
They interact with social services, grocery stores, schools, transportation, all sorts of community resources in order to accomplish their goals during the process. One of the biggest realizations I think students have during the course of this simulation is that time is a huge factor. They find that it's difficult to actually access many of the resources that are given them. In the end, what our goal is to help these students be much more sensitive to some of the frustrations experienced by those people living around the poverty line. Ideally, students who participate in this simulation will have their eyes opened to the issues that influence healthcare, and they'll be inspired to get involved in policies that influence healthcare, and they will take action to make the world a better place.